In this podcast episode, Ben Shapiro delves into a variety of pressing topics, including the devastating wildfires in Los Angeles, the recent memorial for former President Jimmy Carter, and a scathing review of a controversial film that is being touted as a potential Academy Award contender. Shapiro also discusses the political landscape surrounding these events, particularly focusing on the implications for the Democratic Party and the upcoming presidency of Donald Trump. Shapiro begins by addressing the catastrophic wildfires that have ravaged Los Angeles, resulting in a rising death toll and widespread destruction. He cites reports indicating that at least 5 major fires are burning simultaneously, leading to the destruction of over 10,000 structures and displacing tens of thousands of residents. The economic losses are estimated to be in the tens of billions of dollars, with many residents left without power and under mandatory evacuation orders. Shapiro highlights the alarming possibility that some of these fires may have been set intentionally, pointing to a pattern of arson that often accompanies such disasters in California. The discussion shifts to the political ramifications of the fires, with Shapiro criticizing the management of California's Democratic leadership. He references comments from Anna Kasparian of the Young Turks, who expressed frustration over budget cuts to the fire department while funds were allocated to homelessness initiatives. Shapiro argues that the mismanagement of resources and the bureaucratic red tape surrounding rebuilding efforts will only exacerbate the suffering of those affected by the fires. The podcast then transitions to the memorial service for Jimmy Carter, where Shapiro reflects on the legacy of the former president. He critiques the media's portrayal of Carter as a symbol of a gentler era, arguing that his presidency was marked by significant failures, including economic turmoil and foreign policy blunders. Shapiro notes the irony of current political leaders, including Joe Biden, praising Carter for his integrity while ignoring their own questionable actions. During the memorial, Shapiro observes the interactions between Donald Trump and Barack Obama, suggesting that their camaraderie serves as a reminder of the normalcy that many Americans yearn for in politics. He contrasts this with the chaos and dysfunction often associated with the current Democratic leadership, particularly in light of the ongoing crises in California. Shapiro provides a scathing review of the film Emilia Perez, which he describes as one of the worst movies he has seen in years. The film's premise revolves around a drug lord who transitions to become a woman, and Shapiro criticizes its moral implications, arguing that it promotes the idea that gender transition absolves individuals of their past sins. He highlights the film's poor performances, particularly by Selena Gomez, and the overall lack of coherence in the plot. The musical elements of the film are also scrutinized, with Shapiro lamenting the terrible songwriting and choreography. He emphasizes that the film's central message, that changing one's gender identity can lead to moral redemption, is both dangerous and misguided. Shapiro's review serves as a broader commentary on the cultural implications of such narratives in contemporary media. As the podcast progresses, Shapiro discusses the political landscape in the wake of these events. He notes that the Democratic Party is facing significant challenges, particularly in light of the recent election losses. Shapiro argues that the party's focus on progressive policies and identity politics has alienated many voters, and he expresses skepticism about their ability to regain public trust. In contrast, Shapiro highlights the potential for Donald Trump's return to the presidency to reshape the political landscape. He mentions Trump's plans to issue a series of executive orders upon taking office, signaling a return to more conservative governance. Shapiro suggests that Trump's ability to connect with everyday Americans and address their concerns will be crucial in the upcoming election cycle.